Don't stop the music. Mm-hmm. That man still talk about Floyd. I'm over here looking at Canelo, talking about he beat Floyd. Floyd almost a senior citizen. Leave Floyd alone. He already mocked you. But what's going on with everybody, man? Give everybody a chance to come here. You know, let's talk a little bit. You know, we got to move on from Tampa, y'all. New week, new team, another chance to win. Let's get in that win column this week, man. Because just because it's 2 o'clock, don't mean that we got to stop. Yeah. Man. I've seen some things, man. Then made a little comparison too, y'all. You know, but we'll get into that as we go up in here. And you know, I know I'll probably catch y'all, you know. I wanted to go ahead and knock this out. Got some things going on this evening. So I wanted to, you know, be able to get on here and not feel rushed, you know. Looked at that game, man, you know, 1.5 times, but you know, I was looking up more up front. I'm about to look up the back end probably again tonight. You know, let me see. All right, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Um, you know, watching that Cincinnati definitely different. Definitely different than the first game. Different quarterback, different offense, different defense. But so I did see that, you know, especially starting off, which I kind of figured that Cincinnati was going to be committed to the run. You know, I believe Joe Mixon had 27 carries for 82 yards. Yeah, he probably had you know, some of them stats that he received was in overtime though, but that's a commitment though. You know, for sure that in regulation he had 20 carries though, over 20 carries. So, you know, regardless, because you know Pittsburgh, man, that defense, man, that Pittsburgh, regardless, man, whatever they missing injuries, that Pittsburgh defense is always solid. Always going, you know what I mean, be big boys up front, be strong, and you know, they're gonna do their thing, man. You know, it's been a while since, you know, you could say that it's been a terrible, terrible defense, you know. Of course, we all know Pittsburgh, you know, they come, you know, what their defense is, especially, you know, throughout the years, especially, man, with Tomlin, man, they defenses, you know what I mean, what they pride themselves on, y'all. So, getting on the offense first, y'all. One thing I did see was Lyle getting dogged by TJ Watt. Is Lyle hurt, or is he just getting dogged? Because TJ was giving him the business. It was unfortunate that TJ got hurt, but he was giving him the business. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that I did see, man, on there, corners, you better be ready to tackle. You better be ready to tackle Jamar Chase. You better be ready to come up for Mixon. You know, definitely they since they they looking at our tape, they looking at our film. They're gonna try to see if we can stop that the C gap run. They're gonna see if we can stop the perimeter run. So you're gonna see, even though they for sure was still committed to running Mixon inside, which I admire them. I wish Kellen would have did that, but they definitely gonna probably early on and maybe a little bit later on to see if not only is we gonna come out and stop that perimeter run, is we gonna continue to stay disciplined to be able to stop that perimeter run. They're gonna do the same things. They're gonna have that side stacked most likely a few times and see if we can get caught in, get sucked inside so they can bounce it outside. But the thing about it is when it comes down to Fournette and Leonard, and Joe Mixon, there's some different running backs. See, Mixon, even though Fournette can do it, Mixon gonna take it to the crib. Mixon not only is a big back that'll go come with some force, but Mixon to take it to the crib on you. So you play around all you want to. He'll have some house calls for sure. But yeah, man, they better be ready to tackle, man, especially with Chase, man, coming. Chase, they're gonna get the ball quick, man. Diggs, man, Diggs better be ready to come up. Diggs, man, better be tough this game, man. He better be coming up ready to hit. Brown too. They got to come up ready to hit. They're gonna have their hands full. I see Higgins, T. Higgins. Even though he had a concussion last game, I seen that T. Higgins. Last night I looked at it. He had a limited practice, so him limited practice kind of tells that they probably gonna he's have a strong chance to play. One thing's for sure. All right, look, let me make this comparison. All right, so the way Pittsburgh won, right? Pittsburgh, the way that they was playing the Bengals looks so similar to us. I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, they got Trubisky, right? Trubisky, we know Trubisky not that good. I can see that envisioning being kind of like what Cooper Rush did. Steelers really didn't have much on offense, y'all. Let me look at the stats, bro. It was. Let me see how many targets that I wrote down. I believe. Where did I write that down? Because the majority of their targets, man, I believe it was 22 targets. Damn, where did I write that thing down at, yo? Oh, I wrote it on the defense. But, nah, we'll say that for later. But, no. Should we say that for later? Yeah, we'll say that for later, y'all. Don't mind me, y'all. But one thing's for sure. But let's go back to the comparison though. The majority of what they had offensively were they didn't run the ball. Sound like Dallas. The majority of the tight end, their targets, I believe it was 22 targets combined with them, with Deontay Johnson and Fremont, if I'm saying his name correctly, right? The majority of the catches, the completions came from them two, which is the tight end and the wide receiver. And I believe, especially the way that Gallup most likely will not be playing this week, your majority of your targets should probably come from Dalton Schultz and CeeDee Lamb. That game was won by the defense, y'all, and special teams, right? Minka came through for that, that clutch blocked PAT. That was very clutch, y'all. Came through, special teams contributed to that. Defense, man, played a heck of a game, man. Turned Joe Burrow over 4+ times. That was a hell of a game. And that's the type of game that we're going to need from your team. You're going to need a collective unit. And that collective unit, Bengals had some missed opportunities. Of course, Jamar Chase got his. Of course, Joe Mixon, he had a pretty solid game. Of course. But that looks a lot like the way that we can win. if we follow that Pittsburgh blueprint, y'all, you know, they shut the run down, right? 27 carries for 82 yards, man. Pretty solid day. Pretty solid day. You know what I'm saying, in the run game. Um, and the majority of that was on one chunk. He had majority of that on one chunk, y'all. It was one chunk run. So just think about the rest of the 26 carries, man. He went nowhere. So that was a very good run defense, man, by Pittsburgh, y'all. They play physical. Let's just say, man, if we come through with that complete effort, knowing that, we'll probably be able to get a little bit more offense, but not that much. If we follow that Pittsburgh blueprint the way that they did, but have some differences, I'm not saying that he gonna have a game where he turns the ball over 4 times. Will he turn the ball over 4 times? I'll doubt it. But can you turn him over a couple times in this game? Yes, you can. I believe you can get a couple picks off him. I believe you can. I believe that Micah Parsons can get out there and have a little strip sacks or something like that. We can get to him, y'all. We definitely can get to him. But let's get more in specifics though, because I believe, like I said, if we play that team effort with all 3 phases, the way that Pittsburgh did, you can get that win. You can get that win, y'all. But so regarding that offense, we need what Hayward and was it Wormley was doing in the middle. So we gonna need Bohannon and Osa to be strong inside, y'all, and stop the middle of that run. They did a pretty solid job now against Tampa. Like I said, we got dogged on the outside. Pittsburgh didn't. Since Lyle was getting dogged by TJ, I know he ain't messing with Parsons. I know Parsons gonna have a field day with him, man. I know that. And that's the closest thing that you can have, as far as what TJ brings. Lawrence can do his thing. Lawrence will beat him too. Lawrence will get but Micah Parsons should have his way. That's it. Killing me to be. Hey, I agree with you, Dallas Sports. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. I am not a happy camper when it comes to Kellen Moore. I definitely agree with you on that one, bro. Linebackers better be ready to field. They better be ready to field. This game, y'all, I might want Micah a little bit more, man, at that linebacker position, y'all. Just in the fact that that I seen Joe Mixon, he was getting a lot of kind of dump routes, man, in the middle of the field, man. And Leighton could, Leighton probably, Leighton have probably better success with that, since he's more of a coverage linebacker, though. I think, of course we need Micah to rush, but Micah playing in coverage, Micah chasing things down, Micah making sure that Joe Burrow don't get out that pocket sometimes is going to be key. Because don't get it twisted. You leave that lane for Joe Burrow, he taking off. That's something that we wish Dak would do. But he don't. And Joe Burrow will. And a lot of that, he was definitely has some key conversions, man, using his legs, man. His legs definitely played a factor in helping him win that game, y'all. So Minka, I seen Minka have 14 tackles. Since Curse is out, and if I believe Donovan Wilson, man, should play. I ain't saying fully take over that Curse route though, but as far as having him come up, because Donovan Wilson does his best work when he's coming forward. So him coming forward against this game against Mixon and coming up, having some tight end, that'll probably be up his alley. So having Minka have 14 tackles, that's a little too much that I want for my safety. But then I understand because I seen sometimes, man, he just came up and just read that thing and just filled. Man, Minka had a game, y'all. Mika had a game, and I remember when he was on that trade block. He had rumblings of giving him a first round pick. Just think if you might have would have gave him a first round pick, man, how Mika would have been looking. But I'm not saying it, but we still got a good defense, and Malik Hooker, when he's healthy, he definitely can do good things for us. He's definitely a turnover machine. Once he get going, but let me not get off topic though. But one thing's for sure with that offensive line. Let's get in that offensive line a little bit, y'all. Joe Burrow, he definitely helps out that offensive line tremendously with his movement in the pocket and his ability to be a threat to take off. He definitely helps that offensive line, y'all. One thing for sure I did see them do is when they brought some heat on that edge, they got home a lot. When they brought some heat, toward the middle, they was able to get home. So I believe that if we's able to kind of heat them up a little bit, make Joe Burrow tap dance in that pocket like Gregory Hines, I believe we'll have some success getting there, y'all. So Micah, sending Anthony Barr, sending Mike on the edge, maybe sending, Donovan Wilson to go get him, Israel Mukwamo, maybe sending him off the edge since he's probably going to get some PT, sending him on the edge, man. Jabril Cox is definitely going to, I believe that he should be activated this game. I believe that he will help, as far as just keeping an eye out on things, worrying about Joe Mixon, because one thing's for sure, what I seen Joe Mixon is his safety blanket when he needs to chop it down. Because Joe Burrow want to push it downfield, but when he can't, he looking at Joe. And I seen a lot of the times, even though they gave that up, they're like, y'all, you go ahead, throw that to Joe. We might want to choke that out, One thing that seems, so let's look at that lineman real quick, right? That left guard, that's some food right there, y'all. Left guard to me, kind of soft. If I'm just being candid with you, he kind of soft. That's definitely, out of all the linemen that I've looked at, because I was trying to pay attention. I'll rewind that back. Out of all the linemen I looked at, that's the weakest link. That left guard, he's the weakest link. So I would love for Osa, I would love for Gallimore, I would love for Tristan Hill to be able to take advantage of that left guard. So but Osa and Gallimore, well, Osa and Hill will definitely have an opportunity to do that. Gallimore gonna be rushing inside. Definitely though, whether it be on the inside shoulder or the outside shoulder of that left guard, we need to put pressure on him. I've seen that, when it come down to stunts, he can, especially with the D lineman that we have, with the athletic D lineman we had, especially if you put DeMarcus Lawrence at 3 tech, he will struggle with stunts. Indeed, he will. You got to be physical with that line, though, y'all. And this is what I said. It comes back to, Bohannon, Osa, Hill, whoever you throw inside. We have to be physical with that line, y'all. I'm gonna tell you what, the line, it's not the most physical line that I've seen, y'all. Definitely even though they have backups in, definitely you'll feel more physicality from Tampa's line, y'all. Cornerback line at the 4 off, 10 yards off. Put a 46 defense. Yeah. Especially when I seen that not Denver, but Cincinnati was struggling. He was struggling with the they were struggling with the with blitzing off the edge and inside. They got home a lot. Definitely seen that. Hey, I appreciate you, Dallas Sports. Yeah. I mean, the only reason why I believe that Cooper Rush was able that he got a job. The only reason why I think he got a job is because he got that win in Minnesota last year. If he didn't win in Minnesota last year, I don't think he'd be here. But it's unfortunate that he's gonna be put in this situation because it's not a good situation for Cooper Rush to be in. if Dak looked like that, especially with the mobility that Dak possesses, if Dak looked like that on Tampa, ooh, they're gonna have a long day because I know for one, they're gonna have to heat us up because our offensive line, when it come down to matching up, we'll get into that. When it come to matching up, I believe we'll do just fine. Um, because they don't have the talent up front like Tampa do. And we did a pretty solid job with Tampa up front. But so I believe to compensate for the lack of talent, they're gonna heat us up. So we got to be ready for that. So the and I believe where they will heat us up at is on the left side, with the Fournier or whatever his name, man. I be butchering his name, and the rookie Tyler Schmidt. They're gonna see if they're advanced enough to be able to pick up these stunts and pick up this pressure. And if they struggle with picking that up, it's gonna be a long day for Mr. Rush. So, but one thing's for sure, I did see in preseason, Tyler Smith did a pretty decent job in picking up stunts, but that was at guard. It's different at tackle. So hopefully that they are going over that and preparing that with Philbin. I'm just so disappointed in Philbin, the way that he's coaching. I really am. I don't agree with some of the moves that he's making. I believe that out of all the lineman coach that we had recently, I believe he's the worst one. And he's supposed to have a pedigree in this, and he's the worst one, y'all. I don't know what it is. He just, I just don't think that he just reaches the people. Like how just some coaches that, yeah, they may be able to teach something, but they don't know how to reach the people. And I believe he don't know how to reach the people. He don't know how to reach his guys. I looked at him in Miami when he was coaching. It's just something about him that it just, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I don't like. It's just something about his aura, the way he carries himself. It's just like, all right, I know it's business though, but you still need to be able to talk your players' language to be able to get the most out of them. I just think, he just got a business mentality, which is not, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you still are dealing with football players. You still dealing with football players who may need some motivation, who may need, even though it's serious, maybe need to crack a joke or two, to lighten up the mood, to be able to relax, knowing that we can have that, that interaction with the coach. Everybody needs that, and I just don't believe that he does that. But what do I know? Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree with this. We gotta stick. We gotta stick to the coaching staff. Didn't stick to it. Rushing Tom Brady. Yeah, defense played a good game. Even though we gave up a lot of rushing yards, defense played a pretty good game. They only gave up 19 points, and you gave up over 100 yards rushing. If we can keep our scoring defense low, we're gonna have a chance to win a lot of games toward the end. But that's just, do we have enough offense to be able to take advantage of that? Can we stick with the run to be able to give our defense, but what I'm very impressed about, and I did notice that, but I didn't talk about it, but I've seen that Coach Quinn talked about it. Their conditioning. You normally see when you get gashed like that and you on the field a long time, you've seen that your defense break down. I didn't get that sense that they were breaking down. So shout out to the conditioning. Shout out to them boys from taking it serious. Maybe them boys knew that the offense was going to be trash, and they knew that they had to, take it upon themselves to be able to go to the next level, just to be able to win some games. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But so yeah, back, I seen the left guard. He's soft. The center, he's like in the right position though. But if Bohannon come physical, man, Bohannon should be able to have his way with him though. But like if Bohannon slip up in technique, Bohannon, he'll get hooked, because like he does the right things. I don't feel no power on that line, like you would with a worse, you know, like a Donovan. I don't feel that power. Lyle Collins is the only sense of power. When it come down to Williams, look from Alabama. I heard he was look. Um, to me, from viewing him, yeah, he got bullied a few times, but he just one of them left tackles, right? To me, from my observation, is that he can dance, right? He's a good dancer. When it comes out to athleticism, he can dance. He'll stay in front of you, but when it comes to power players, he may struggle. He'll get pushed back some, no, but as far as him being trash, I'll be the first to tell you that I really haven't paid too much attention to him in previous games, though. But if I'm going off of what I've seen this game, Jonah Williams wasn't trash to me. Jonah Williams is just the type of one that he's a dancing bear, but he's not too. He don't feel that shock like you would with Tyler Smith. When Tyler Smith touch you, you either gonna go up or you gonna go down or you going nowhere. You can have your way with him if you got some power with him, But as far as you just hitting him with a speed rush, you might have a little trouble with that because he can move, Oh man, that's a blessing, man. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. That's a blessing to see that age because most people they not seeing that age. People not taking care of themselves, man. And I believe some of the videos, man, look like you take pretty decent care of yourself, man. I still observe you. I'm subscribed to you, man. That's a blessing, man, to see that, man. What you got going on today? What you got going on today for your birthday? How you celebrating it? We talked about bringing the heat, Joe Mixon being the safety blanket. But just in totality, y'all, we got to be physical. Lyle Collins, Lyle Collins gonna be pumped up to play this game. So if you think Lyle Collins ain't gonna be pumped, yeah, Lyle Collins gonna come with a vengeance. So I don't believe he'll have the same game though, but I believe you still be able to take advantage of him though. Like I always said, Lyle Collins was a better guard than he was tackle, but he was a pretty good right tackle. And he just be lazy sometimes. Sometimes he might come out of shape. It's just, something with Lyle Collins, but the talent is always there. And the right guard, he's just like, okay, you know what I mean? Like he ain't a liability, from what I've seen with the right guard. He's not a liability, right? He'll just do just enough, man, so you got to be on point with that. I've been a fan since 1960. Love my favorite blood Cowboys. The story is great. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, you going to the seafood restaurant? Okay. I heard that. Go ahead. Enjoy. But yeah, so we talked about that formula when it comes down to the way that Pitts played it. It's probably the formula that we need to have, y'all. But let's look at the Cincinnati defense, right? So the Cincinnati defense, I've heard somebody describe them as a blue collar defense, and I would agree. When you look at their defense, it ain't like, oh man, that's a stud right there. It's a stud right there, But they play together as a unit, right? You can tell that they play as one, right? It ain't like they don't have talent on that defense, though, because they do, but they play as one. They work hard, they fight, they fly to the ball, man. They just, I seen some discipline with them, right? So, that is one of the reasons why they even went to the Super Bowl, because of the discipline that they possess. The togetherness that they have, and they just building up on that this year. So, you definitely got to be disciplined. But as far as talent wise, Cheeto is going to be on CD. If we're being real, Cheeto was not a bum, but CD should be feasting. Just like Jamar Chase was feasting. I need to see a game with CD feasting. What's going on, family? Was it Dynasty? Hey, I don't pronounce your name, man, because I don't know if you got another meaning to that. Uh, is it Loke, or because I be wanting to say your name, man, but I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to butcher it, man. Give me this. Give me how you pronounce it, because it might be something. You know, you might got a meaning to that. I don't want to butcher your name, man. I be wanting to call your name, but I don't want to butcher it, man. I put the little socket so I can say it right from the future. But let me see. Oh yeah, I definitely view this. So with that defense, right? I seen that the Bengals got hit with a tight end screen for a big chunk, right? Um, he acted like he was blocking, then released and had a nice little chunk. So my thing is with Jake Ferguson, right? That'll be perfect with Jake Ferguson. You know, not only do you know that Jake Ferguson is probably your best blocking tight end, you know, you be able to, you know, maybe put that play in somewhere in between the meat of this game and maybe able to get a nice chunk like the Pittsburgh tight end did. Okay, it's low. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I figured that's what it was, but you know, I ain't want to put like you might have like a little the E, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? The E might have had a special, you know, a sound or something. Okay, low for sure. The team had 49 sacks on the season. Doomsday beating Harvey Morgan at 25 and a half. Man, yeah, all feet. I was like, yeah, low, you know what I mean? But you know, I ain't wanted to be saying, oh, that ain't my name. But yeah, with that tight end screen, man, I think you can hit on a couple of that with Jake Ferguson. You know, we know that Dalton Schultz ain't gonna block a soul, man. You see Dalton Schultz, man, being bullied. Yeah, unfortunately, man, I guess you know the weight room ain't gonna solve that. To me, when it come down to Dalton Schultz and the physicality, you know, that's just a want to, y'all. It ain't like he ain't got the body to do it. He's just soft. Let's just be real. Our tight end, Dalton Schultz, he's a very good receiving tight end. But when it comes down to the blocking, he's very fragile. He's very, when it comes, see, if you put on that cocoa butters lotion out the shower, Dalton will put on the baby lotion, that Johnson and Johnson, and so. All right, have a good dinner, man, and once again, man, happy birthday. But yeah, so the Steelers, they didn't run on them, but I think part of that was, even though they did play, pretty solid defense, Najee was out and they didn't commit to running. They did not commit. Probably a lot of part of that was Najee, because Najee was in and now he dealing with that Liz Frank injury, but I mean, it worked, but that formula necessarily is not going to work for us, though. But yeah, man. So like I was saying, the tight end for Pitt and Johnson had the bulk of the targets. You got opportunities, y'all. You definitely got opportunities. You got opportunities. The thing is we're gonna take advantage of them opportunities. Is we gonna get it done, y'all. You definitely, the competition. But I know what I'm going to say is like, oh, they went to the Super Bowl, but the competition is not like it is with Tampa. If I'm being real, Chase is a dog. Understand that. Mike Evans is a dog. Higgins, he's solid. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? Julio, you got Godwin, right? You got Boyd. Okay, you be able to match up with Boyd. Tight end, they got Hurst, but Tampa had two, right? They have Fournette, they got Mixon. It ain't like the offense is a bum, but when it comes down to up here, the quarterback, man, Joe Burrow may got more. As far as he might be more active, but Tom Brady, man, Tom Brady, he a coach out there, so he just on elite status when it comes down to that mental game, y'all. Tom Brady gonna get the ball out quick. Joe Burrow is definitely gonna hold the ball. So us not touching Joe Burrow is unacceptable. Because I believe our pass rusher is better than Pittsburgh in totality. So us not getting to Burrow, that's just not gonna be accepted, y'all. If we can't get to Burrow, because we both know that Joe Burrow is not about to hold the ball and grow with that Tom Brady formula against us. We know Joe Burrow is about to hold the ball, look for Chase, look for Higgins. It ain't like we ain't got a challenge, on our hand. I'm not saying that, because we got different challenges, but we should be able to turn them ball overboard. We should be able to touch them. We should be able to heat them up. We should be able to touch him. Like I said, he gonna hold the ball and give us opportunities. He gonna gunsling it and give us opportunity to take them off. So I'm definitely interested to seeing that Diggs and Chase matchup. He gonna go to Brown. Oh, I'm gonna tell you what. I know what y'all thinking with Kelvin Joseph, but you're gonna need him against them big boys. You need him to be able to press on Higgins, man. I believe Kelvin Joseph, man, if his mind is clear and he's better mentally, and we can get what we thought we can get, he's gonna be an asset. But I just think we're gonna need them strong corners, Jordan Lewis, yeah, he gonna have a role, most definitely. But we got some different type of receivers that I might want a different type of matchup on, if you get what I'm saying. Anthony Brown, he might got to play in and out for us, y'all. So because like I said, it looks like Higgins is going to be in there unless he just has something where he just regressed and what he's doing regarding a concussion. But if I see you practicing, I believe you're playing. And if you limited practicing with that concussion, I believe you're going to play. So we're going to see tonight about if he practice again. If he practice again, he's there. He's going to ball. But an interesting matchup, y'all, that I like to see that's going to be interesting is Hendrickson and Tyler Smith. Hendrickson works hard. Hendrickson, man, hey, look, let me tell you something, man. Look, Hendrickson is always solid with the Saints. He's pretty good with the Saints. But man, I didn't think he was going to continue to build on that like the way he's doing with Cincinnati. So I have to say, man, I'm pretty impressed though that he's able to keep it up and still be a presence on there. Evidently he's the best edge rusher. He's their number one edge rusher. But athletic wise, he's not a Shaq Barrett, right? Technique wise, he would be a little bit better than Shaq Barrett. So I think one thing with the rookie, it ain't the physical, because I believe when it comes down to the physical, I don't believe the rookie will have a problem. But it's gonna come down to up here though. Is the rookie ready to deal with him up here? When he comes and maybe hit you with a counter move or hit you with a move you might have not seen before. How will you respond? Will you overextend? So definitely when it comes to technique and moves, because that's how he makes his money. He ain't he's a hard worker. He gonna chase the ball down. I remember, man, there was a play, man. He chased Joe Burrow down from this side. He came all the way, chased him down, got to him, trying to hit the ball out. So you definitely gonna feel some heat, So if I can one-on-one Tyler Smith with Hendrickson, that's a success for us. So they got big DJ Reader inside. He's a load to deal with. He's a big boy, but but my thing is, don't regress Tyler Biotish. You went against Vita Vea, Hicks. There were some big boys. Them boys is better than DJ Reader. So if you regressed, I'm disappointed. But my faith in Tyler Biotis is which I've had, since the beginning to the ninth inning. I believe he's gonna do fine. But so that's definitely gonna be a matchup, man, to watch. And if we can win them matchups, I can't tell you that it's gonna be success. You know why I can't tell y'all that, man? Because of your offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore. So normally I'd be like, if we can win these matchups, we can win this game. But we can win the matchups and still lose the game. So let me go look at the chart real quick, y'all. Let me see something real quick. Got it. Okay, yeah. BJ Hill. I was forgetting his name, y'all. BJ Hill. He's okay, right? Sam Hubbard. He's okay. He's just one of them dudes that kind of goes with the mode that the Bengals is trying to do, which is work hard. They got a whole bunch of hard workers on that line. So we can't get outworked on this line. It's just going to be a different challenge, as to say. When it came down to Tampa, it was more talent based. Yeah, they physical too, but it was a lot of talent to go against, right? But when it came down to Bengals, it's a little less talent, but they play together, so you still got to watch out for them, right? They linebackers don't fear me. Logan Wilson, Jermaine Pratt, Akeem Davis, that don't fear me. Eli Apple, that don't fear me. Cheeto don't fear me. Trey Flowers, he's definitely beatable. He's a long corner, but he's beatable. Mike Hill, he's okay. I believe he was with Pittsburgh, but he's okay. Their safeties is good. Jesse Bates is a nice free safety that you play around. He's gonna pick you off if you playing with him. Von Bell, nice little hitter. Ain't nothing too much. I'd rather have him in coverage if he on Dalton Schultz. That is a matchup to watch. If he does end up being on Dalton Schultz a lot, you definitely could take advantage of that. So I'm gonna go back and look at the back end again, y'all. Because this time, the first time I watched the film, I was paying attention to up front. Because to be honest with you, a lot of what's going up front, that's just what's going to matter in this game, y'all. But I'm definitely going to look at the edge. The back end, y'all, again, before I go to my training today. And, we're going to talk about that. But definitely, because one thing when I looked at the linebackers, I seen the linebackers, they would flow to the ball. They do what linebackers do. Like, they're trained, they're disciplined. They're coached good. Good coaching, right? They're a lot of these boys, right, are coached good. So good coaching can win you a lot of games. Evidently, as you can see them get to the Super Bowl. Let's just say this though: on the offensive end, are we coached good? The answer is no to me. Defensive end, we're coached good. Special teams, we're coached good. But offensively, we're not coached good. So meeting a good defensive team that's coached good versus your offensive team who has some talent but not coached good, that's what I'm saying, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Do I, even though we're missing Dak, do I feel better than going against Tampa? Yeah, I was confident against Tampa. But, they had to bring me back to reality. Like, look, man, you just looking at the talent that they have done. But you see them in college and camp. Look, man, like I said, and I told you, I said I need to see it against them. But I would have thought that this man would have used Tony Pollard a lot more. And if we could use Tony Pollard a lot more, he definitely will have a role in this game. If we can get Tony Pollard on the linebacker, Tony Pollard can get you, 5 catches, all first down conversions. If we use Tony Pollard, but will we use Tony Pollard though? I seen Zeke talked about, his usage. Zeke is frustrated. It's game two, and he's frustrated. And I don't blame him because as fans, we're frustrated. But we definitely, I don't care if we get 20 carries for 60 yards. Zeke need to touch that ball 20 times this game, y'all. It's unacceptable for him not to touch that ball 20 times. And if, we continue to build upon the play that we had as an offensive unit last game, I believe we'll have some success running. Didn't really get to see them, like I said, didn't really get to see them go against that Steelers run game, with Najee, so we just going to be in guessing mode when it comes down to that. But hey, how do you find out things? You got to see for yourself, right? So you need to see how your run defense is, so. But one thing's for sure that I know, they run defense ain't like it is with Tampa, and we was running on Tampa. That's one thing that I can tell you. So it's gonna be an interesting game, y'all. I'm very interested in this game, man, because look, even with the offensive coordinator that we have, the lack of efficiency that we have on this offense, I still believe this is a winnable game. This is a very winnable game, y'all. So it's gonna be interesting, y'all. Definitely gonna be interesting. But yeah, man, there's matchups. Like I said, the left guard, that matchup, definitely you got to take advantage. If Osa ain't beating him up, I'm looking at Osa like, why are you playing? If Hill ain't giving him one of them, if he ain't giving him one of them, Tristan, what is you doing, family? So Barr need to rush on him. We need to blitz Barr on that side. Micah need to be blitzed in the middle. We need it in the middle. We need to be blitzing in the middle. Yeah, we can blitz in a perimeter. That's cool. But we need to be blitzing in the middle because they cannot stop that. So if we could send that heat in the middle and get home, there's going to be some turnovers right there. There's going to be a chance to get a fumble recovery. There's going to be a chance to maybe a tip ball in the air. There'll be a chance to, on 3rd and long or whatever the case may be, for us to get off, get a quick 3 and out. The question is, can the offense put up 20 points, y'all? Can we at least put up 20 points? The defense might got to score a touchdown. Who knows? The special teams might got to take one to the crib. We might need assistance. We might need Turpin to take it down and give us great field position so we can put up 3 points, so we can put up a 7. We might need, like I said, we might need a defense to take it to the crib, get some turnovers. We're going to need a lot of assistance on this offense. Well, if we get them red zone opportunities, one thing that we must do is convert them red zone opportunities. That's a must. You see it on one score, Najee Harris was able to score on the goal line. And I believe with Zeke and Tony Pollard, you will have that same success, because one thing's for sure, I know that them linebackers can't guard none of them running backs out the backfield. That's what I do know. But the question is, always, we could say this all the time, but the question is, will Kellen Moore see that? Will Kellen Moore see that is the question. I don't know. Is the heat on them? I believe the only heat that's on Kellen Moore right now, y'all, is through the media. If the media sees it, if the fans see it, Jerry don't see this? My thing is, if we fire Kellen Moore, right, who calling plays? Nussmeier? Who's calling plays? They said something about Mike McCarthy don't know the. I believe that is incorrect. I believe that's a lie that Mike McCarthy don't know the offense. I believe that's a lie. You did not just give this man this full trust and you don't know none of this offense. That's a lie, bro. You do. You just trying to save him. You just trying to save him from the heat. You just trying to make it seem like, because you know if Mike McCarthy would have said that he know that offense, they would have been talking about firing Kellen Moore. Why are you not being the offensive coordinator, Mike McCarthy? Yeah, I know y'all remember Mike McCarthy carving us up with that play sheet they used to have in Green Bay. Mike McCarthy was over there. Touchdown. Touchdown. So I didn't even understand why Mike McCarthy wasn't calling it last year. Even with the so-called number one offense. If that's what you want to call that. I believe we even got that number one offense because we played against bums. I believe I seen a stat. We was like 25th, I believe, in red zone efficiency. We definitely can't have that, y'all. We definitely need to be in the top 10 to 15 when it comes out of red zone efficiency this year, y'all. Because the opportunities that we had last year, we're not gonna have that early on this year. So when we do get these opportunities to cash in, whether it's 3 or 7, we got to do it. We got to do it. It's a must that we do it, y'all. It's a must that we do it. Cash in, bring the heat, keep the physical play up on the D line and in the O line. CD needs to do what Jamar Chase did to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, if y'all say it, now if it was something, now CD, I understand scheme plays a role in this, right? But I'll tell y'all this though, I can't give y'all this. Anybody who's opposing CD as a number one wide receiver, if CD let Eli Apple guard him, if CD let Cheeto guard him, I'll be the first man up on here after that game to crucify him. Because that should be food, y'all. That should be food. Lunch meat, sourdough bread with mustard, mayonnaise. Come on. Maybe some tomatoes. Maybe some tomatoes. Hey, man. To me, off of watching this game a time and a half, to me, y'all, this game is cut and dry. We need an amazing effort from the defense. We need them. Look, y'all, especially in this month that Dak is going to be missing, y'all. We need the defense to play amazing. I don't know what to expect from this offense. I don't. If we could score field goals, that'd be better than nothing. Touchdown here, a field goal here, some field goals. That'd be better than nothing. But to not score 20 points in an NFL game when you got some talent, it's unacceptable, y'all. It's unacceptable to score 3 points in any NFL team. The Jets can put up more points than Tampa than what we did. You named the bummest team out there. I tell you that they can score more than 3 points. We stopped ourselves from scoring. I'm not saying we would have won the game, But we stopped ourselves, y'all. We stopped ourselves. The scheme was weak. To be honest with you, I haven't seen that in a long time. For your defense to give up 19 points to get gashed in a run game like that, but still only give up 19, that tells me something about your defense, y'all. I don't think people talking about that enough. Usually when you get gashed like that, probably should have been really blown out. And then they missed the field goal too. Man, like I said, it's cut and dry, y'all. It's cut and dry. But we can say this and say that, but like I said, it all goes back to what is this offense gonna do, y'all? But I'm probably about to get back up in here, man. I'm probably gonna look at a little bit more film real quick, man, before I handle my business. I want to look at that back end, man, and see if I missed anything, you know, because I always look at the front up front first, then look at the back end another time. So let's look. I'm gonna look at this back end, y'all, and we're gonna see, because there's probably some more advantages, man, that we probably ain't discussed about this game. I mean, this live, I mean. So I'm gonna look at it, man, and see what we got going on. But I appreciate y'all for coming through. Don't forget to hit that like button. Even share my content, y'all. You know, there's a lot of people out here that don't want to tell that real. You know, I'm gonna give it to y'all raw and uncut, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all once again. Appreciate for the support. You know, I'm gonna always thank y'all, man. But I'm out, y'all.